Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 19 just in front of you. And the chapter which we are related with is financial statement and profit loss account. As usual, in this question number 19, number might be different. We will be solving it like question number 9 or 10. So guys, the shape of the question is very much familiar. Debit balance is present on left side, and look at here, credit balance is present on right side, which means it's a trial balance. First thing. And secondly, the lower part of the question, you can see from 1 to 5 there are few adjustments, but today's question is very interesting because there are 2 3 adjustment I can see which are different, like fourth adjustment and fifth adjustment. These are unusual, unconventional, and you have not seen them before. That is why it would be quite interesting to learn the new concepts. So question number 19, and I am hopeful it's 10th question. This was the brief introduction. We are now ready to start our question. So let's begin. First, salaries unpaid. Salaries are operating expenses. So you will go over here. First, you will mention salaries and then outstanding. Amount of salaries outstanding is mentioned over here 54,000. So write down 54,001. And secondly, you will go to current liability side and you will mention salaries outstanding 54,000. You know very well each adjustment would have double effect. So first effect was entered in indirect expenses and now second effect is entered in current liability side. Both double effects completed. First adjustment ended. Now we will proceed to second adjustment. Charges 5% interest on capital. Again we will go to operating expenses. So better position is other. Otherwise you can write in operating expenses as well. So here you will mention interest on capital. Now we will see how much amount of capital is mentioned. Look, the first amount in credit side, capital 4,20,000 and interest charge is 5%. So here 4,20,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 100. So you can calculate interest on capital. What this 420,000 is, we have taken this amount from trial balance as capital and 5% was given in adjustment. So it means interest on capital has been calculated. The second effect, you will go to fixed liability side and here first you will mention your capital, then add interest on capital which we have just calculated, that was 21,000. We have seen that this capital, interest on capital was calculated and written on expense side, and secondly it is added in your liability side. So second adjustment, both dual effects are completed. Two adjustments are finished. Now we will see our third adjustment, raise bad debts provision. For that we will go to operating expenses where you will mention bad debts and then you will add additional bad debts and then you will add new provision, provide reserve allowance provision for bad debts, and then you will subtract old provision for bad debts. Alright, to calculate it, we will go to current asset side and first of all you will mention sundry debtors. Let's see how much amount of sundry debtor is. This is 303,600. Write down 303,600. Alright, then you need to subtract additional bad debts which usually be appearing in adjustment, but you can see additional further write of bad debts are not present over here. So you may write 0, after which you will subtract new provision. And how you will calculate? Look, there were no additional bad debts, so you will take original amount of debtors, and now we will see how much reserve to be created. Look at here, 2.5% of debtors. So over here you will multiply it with 2.5 divided by 100, with which you can calculate new provision. What was 303,600? This was amount of debtors, and you have taken 2.5%. New reserve is calculated. Come back to operating expenses. This was your new provision, and the amount which you have just calculated, 7590, put it over here. Alright guys, third adjustment, double effects completed. And as you have seen, one is at expense operating expense side, secondly it would be subtracted from debtors. Fourth, transfer 2.5% of net profit. Earlier we have solved multiple questions where such reserve was created. For that we need net profit, and obviously net profit has yet not been calculated. So it means we will wait to solve this adjustment. And next, it was discovered in January 2005. I'm reading over here that stock of 31st December 2004. Please note it down which year we are related with. 31st December 2005. While here it is mentioned 31st December 2004. It means it's a previous year. 31st December 2004, it's a previous year. When stock of previous year is mentioned, it means it's opening stock. And when it is overcast, that means our expense side. Opening stock is written on, usually we write opening stock on expense side. So expense side was overcasted. So better solution we will serve. Look at here, purchase adjusted is already present, opening stock was not present. Adjusted mean opening stock is already included in purchases. When there is overcast, it means amount was written more than the standard, so you will have to decrease it. Now you will go to cost of goods sold. Here you will be writing opening stock, which is not present, but opening stock. Then you need to add purchase and then less overcast. So this overcast 6,000 would be written over here. Secondly, very important thing, when you have overcasted previous year opening stock, with which what would happen? The expense which was not meant to be written, we have written it, with which your profit was overcasted as well. So finally what we will do, first you have decreased this purchases over here, and we will be doing its second effect as well, because profit was increased, so you will have to decrease it. Less overcasted opening stock, so 6,000 you will mention over here. Once again I'm telling you what had happened, and I have just seen, look, this statement is also present over here. Closing stock of 31st December will be the opening stock. Adjusted purchases given in reference, so opening stock is included in purchase. So overcasting 6,000 will be deducted from purchases. Look, we have deducted from purchases. On the other hand, due to overcasting of stock, previous year profit was more by 6,000. So actually when you have increased your expenses, due to which that closing stock, it was previous year's closing stock. Okay, please note it down, previous year closing stock, which is written on profit side or credit side, that those were also increased, with which income increased, gross profit increased. So now why we have deducted it? Because previous year profit was increased, and now in this year, to compensate it, we will decrease our net profit for this year. Again, previous year profit was overcasted as well. It means more amount was gone to capital side. This year we realize, and we will decrease the amount of capital. By mistake, in previous year capital was increased, and now when we have realized it, to rectify it, we will decrease the capital side right now. So I'm sure that you people have understood this fifth adjustment. That is why I was saying that it's so interesting, because such mistake is related to rectification of error, and here we have actually making such adjustment for the first time. All five adjustments are completed, and now we are very open to write down elements present in trial balance. So step by step we will complete. First of all, plant and machinery. We will go to fixed asset side, and here we will write plant and machinery, the amount of which is 450,000. Write down it, 450,000. The next is bill receivable. So here you will write bill receivable. Amount of bill receivable is 30,000. So put 30,000 over here. In this way, step by step, we are going to write the amounts. And guys, please wait just for few seconds. I'm coming back. Okay, I have come back. And please note it down when you will be viewing this video. Just skip few seconds. Okay, so we were over here. Bill receivable 30,000. Let's get back. Then we have sundry debtors, and these sundry debtors are already written 303,600 sundry debtors. And next purchases 540,000. Here you will write 540,000 purchases. Next building is your fixed asset. Here, and amount of building is 3 lakh. Look, in these questions, when dozens of amounts are present, you need to be very focused. Then we have salaries 66,000. Operating expense, you will come over here and you will write salaries, amount of which is 66,000. All right. 66,000. After salaries, we have wages 86,400. 86,400. These were wages. And the next after wages we have postage, which is your operating expense. So just write down postage 4500. After postage we have carriage in, and you will write in direct expenses. Carriage in amount is 4500, so you will write 4500 over here. After carriage in we have bad debts 5700. Its place is also already fixed, so 5700 amount of bad debts. Then we have carriage out 6000. Carriage out is your operating expense here. Amount of carriage out is 6000. Write down. Alright guys, we have now general expenses, again part of operating expenses. General expenses, amount of which is 9000. Write down 9000. In this way our left side is completed. There are few amounts present on right side as well related to debit balances. First is cash at bank, which is your current asset. Cash at bank amount is 31800. Okay, then we have cash in hand. Cash in hand is also part of current asset. And how much amount of cash in hand? That is 4800. Write down in front of cash in hand. Okay, then we have closing stock 180,000. Again, it's very interesting. Closing stock is present inside trial balance. Normally, closing stock has two effects. We do subtract it in cost of goods sold, and we do write it in current asset. When it is present in adjustment, now it is present in trial balance, it means it would have only single effect, and we will write in current asset side only. So here you will mention closing stock. Amount of closing stock is 180,000. Just put 180,000 over here. Then we have our new side, that means credit side has been started. First element is capital, and here we do have capital. Amount of capital mentioned is 420,000. Write down 420,000. Alright, after capital we have sundry creditors, part of current liability. Here you will write sundry creditors, and amount of sundry creditors, I think it's 60,000. So mention 60,000 over here. These 54,000 were supposed to be written in second column. Alright guys, after creditors, now we will write bill payable, again current liability, and here you will mention bills payable. Amount of bill payable is 30,000. Just put it over here. Okay, then bill payable written. After bill payable we have sales. The amount of sale is 1390,200. So you may write over here 1390,200. This is amount of sales. Once again, I need to check it out. 1390,200. Alright guys. So we have written sales. Now provision. This is old provision since it is present in trial balance 2100. We have already fixed the place. Here we will write 2100. Okay. Then we have reserve 1,20,000. As you know, it's liability side, and 120,000 amount of reserve, this one. In this way guys, you have seen that all amounts present on debit side, all amounts present on credit side are written. Adjustments have been sorted out, and you can see that there is one adjustment still left, and that adjustment is number 4, transfer 2.5% of net profit. Okay, so what we have is to start our calculations. I'm letting you know that 2.5% of net profit, this reserve is still to be taken. So first of all, as we have done in previous question, we will solve without fourth adjustment, with which the net profit we will get would not be the accurate net profit. We may call it as dummy net profit, and then we will take 2.5% upon that net profit. So first of all, we are going to solve our cost of goods sold, where opening stock was not present, purchases are present, no returns are present, closing stock is not present. This just overcasted 6,000 we will subtract. In this way, cost of goods sold is ready. Since sales are present but returns are not present, so what you will do, these sales would be considered net sales. Now we are ready to sort out our grand cost of goods sold statement, where you can take the sum, and as you can see there are two direct expenses, and you will add it in cost of goods sold. So we have got our cost of goods sold 624900, and gross profit we have got 765300. Answers are not present, only balance sheet answer is little visible, 1292610. Anyhow, so we have got 765300. Please note it down. Answers in financial statement are though very important, but first of all, in examination, these answers would not be present. And secondly, when you will solve your question, balance sheet would automatically be equalized. This is the fact and final proof that all inputs are correct. Gross profit, net profit is correct. Otherwise, if there is any input, either right side or left side, has put in the wrong way, what will happen? Your balance sheet would never be equalized. So it means without answer we can proceed. So 765300 gross profit is there, and salary 66,000 were supposed to be written over here, and you may erase it. Alright, now 66,000 was amount of salaries, outstanding salaries 54,000, and now we can get answer of bad debt adjustment. First, bad debts. There are no additional bad debts, so you may write it 0. Then you will add new reserve, and then you will subtract old provision. Please note it down. First three amounts are being added: bad debts, additional bad debts, new provision, and you have subtracted old provision. So final answer we have got over here. It means all operating expenses are completed. We can take their sum. So sum of all operating expenses. First, there are four elements. First, completed. Operating income is not present in this question, so you may write 0. And then we have other expenses, only one amount. And other income is also not present, so you may write 0. It means all four elements are now ready. So let's calculate our net profit. First, we will take our gross profit 76530. Then you will subtract your operating expenses and 150690 operating expenses. Then you will add operating income, and you can see operating income is 0. Then you will subtract other expenses, that is 21,000, and then you will add your other income, and other income is 0. Okay, so we have got 593610. Here the twist would start. Please note it down. We had left this transaction, transferred 2.5% of net profit to reserve. 2.5% of net profit to reserve. So let's calculate 2.5%. You may be calculating over here, or operating expenses. Let's read it out again. 2.5% net profit to reserve. So we will choose other expenses, and here reserve on net profit would be calculated. How? Look at this. This was your net profit 593610. 593610, and then you will calculate 2.5%. Okay, so how you have calculated, please note it down. 593610 was your net profit, and you will multiply it with 2.5 divided by 100, which was mentioned in adjustment. Now we have got our reserve. We will just be doing it again. There were two amounts. There are now two amounts. All right. So we have got 14840. Once again, we should tally it. 593610, and then 593610 multiplied by 2.5 divided by 100. Let's check it out. Okay, transfer 2.5%. I am actually checking and rechecking it, so that there must not be anything unusual. I need to make total again. 14840, and then add 21,000. Let's now calculate our net profit again. Here we do have our gross profit. Then you need to subtract operating expenses. These are operating expenses. Then you need to add operating income, and that operating income is 0. Then you will subtract other expenses 35840, and then you will add other income, and that other income. So guys, in this way we have got our net profit 578,769.75. We will see it later on. Now let's start our asset side calculation. There is no depreciation and we have written bill receivable over here. This should be mentioned in current asset. Write down. Let's take once again this amount of bill receivable is part of current asset. 30,000, and we do not need to write over here. Okay. Finally, we can calculate total fixed asset. There are two: buildings and plant and machinery. Fixed asset completed. Let's calculate debtors. Amount of debtor minus new provision. Additional bad debts were not present. Here we can now calculate sum of current assets. 542610 investments are nil, and here you can see 1292610 is amount of asset side, and here although answers are not visible, only balance sheet answer is present 1292610, and the asset side which we have calculated is over here 1292610. So finally here we will be calculating liability side. Net profit is yet to be added, and the net profit which was calculated is here. Okay, let's calculate total of fixed liability side in third column. What we have to do? Capital, add interest on capital, and subtract overcasted in previous year closing stock, this year opening stock, and then add net profit. So finally fixed liability total is here, and now we can calculate sum of current liability. It has also been calculated. There is only one reserve, and now we will take sum of reserves, current liabilities, and fixed liabilities. Okay, so here we have to see reserve is 2. So guys, there is only one thing left. You can see that this reserve, please note it down, this reserve was calculated and 14840. And secondly, you know that this reserve is not present in the trial balance, so as an adjustment, this 2.5% as a reserve, you need to have its second effect, and you can see that 14840, we will make it the part of reserve here. And how much amount is 14840? Okay, so here you will take sum again 120,000 and the 2.5% net profit which was transferred to the reserve. So here we have 1292610, and answer given is 1292610. Our asset side is showing 1292610, and our liability side is showing 1292610. Okay guys, so here we have learned few lessons. One, if answers 765,300 gross profit, answer of net profit is not present, that's not the matter of worriness. If your balance sheet had become equalized, it means 99% your gross profit and net profit answers are correct. You can see 1292610 asset side, 1292610 your liability side, balance sheet equalized, which is showing that all adjustments and elements in trial balance are entered in correct way. And in this way our question has been completed, answers are matched, and I am requesting you to please sort out and solve this question for more than 3-4 times, and after solving it, if you feel anything difficult, you are very open to share your problem through messages, text, or you can directly contact. So in part A, we have seen complete question. In part 2, there was only one adjustment which was left, and here we have sorted out. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.